To be honest with you, freshman year when I did this is the only thing I remember. It was the most inspiring, it was what touched me the most, and I remember seeing those people and I was like, I want to be where they are. I want to do what they were doing. They're just awesome people. Every year we have different students come, and every time they have different stories and different scenarios. And I think that every year it has to evolve to reach out to the people who are sitting here. Because I feel like every time someone gives a speech, it just touches someone else that's in there. And every time we get someone else that has a different speech, it's going to touch someone else.
At first I was kind of hesitant because I was like, I really don't know what to talk about. But after I really started to think about it and think about the impact that it left on me and think about how that actually is what made me join MSO and be so active in cultural competency and different things here at Salve, I really just wanted to be that for a freshman this year.
Last year at Hour and Two Empower, I really didn't know how I felt about some of the things that I heard because I agreed with them and I identified with them, but I didn't know how to go about portraying what I learned or portraying what I believed. When I grew up, I never really identified as either white or black, and this was kind of my way to explain that there are different parts, like it's not just white or black, there are different things that you can be. It doesn't reach everyone, but my hope is that there is a small portion that will get something out of it and then they'll pass it on and then those people will pass it on and it'll be a domino effect. And hopefully someday Salve will be more, just maybe more culturally competent.
I think it's evolved a lot from when it started. I wasn't here when it started, but from what I've heard, it's become like a big thing and it's impactful. I think that's why they keep asking us to do it because it makes an impact. I know from last year I was impacted a lot by the speech, and I think this year a lot of kids were impacted a lot also because I had kids come up to me and saying like, oh my gosh, you did so good, and we need to meet up and we want to talk more about like your speech. So I think that having this is really important.
I think that it's very important for people to keep sharing their stories because diversity is not just race, diversity is sexual, diversity is culture, diversity is socioeconomics. And I think today we were able to reach all of those points. And every time that someone else speaks out, someone else in the crowd is just like, that is my story. And they're able to say, something, next year I'm going to tell someone else the same thing. And if I become an RA, if I become a peer mentor, if I become whatever, I'm going to help those people that are there so that eventually you won't need us to tell you any more our stories, to have that compassion for someone else, but it would just be something integrated in the Salve community to have that compassion. Because we already have it in our mission statement. It already says be merciful, it says be just, but I don't think people read it enough or actually take it into consideration. So my dream for Salve is that we read our mission statement, that we believe our mission statement, and that we live our mission statement in all the senses in general.